Well, this is fight number 2, all thanks to Eurotech Auto Services, as we introduce first, fighting out of our blue corner, weighing in at 69.9 kilos tonight. He makes his amateur MMA debut, training under Jared Flick, fighting out of the Academy of Martial Arts in Byron Bay. Please welcome Aidan Fegan. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of our red corner, he weighed in at 70.5 kilos. Also having his amateur debut tonight, training under Kerry Dunn. He fights out of Shindo New Breed on the Gold Coast. Please welcome Tasar Bad to the Bone Malone.
The man they call the Bull, Peter Hickmont, our referee in charge, and we are back at Eternal 45 in the lightweight division. Tasar Malone versus Aidan Fegan. Jake Anderson, good to be with you for our second bout tonight.
Absolutely. Very, very interesting there. No glove touch. The boys are just getting straight into it.
Very interesting there. Tasar Malone, very intense, as you can see. Both men on debut.
Tasar definitely wins the bodybuilding competition, but on paper, Fegan's actually got the edge, or so it would seem, in the grappling department. It will be interesting to see if he can get the ground there, if he's just happy to stand with Tasar.
Absolutely. Both men very patient so far. Beautiful. Beautiful teep there by Tasar.
I really like Tasar's movement. He's cutting the cage off. He's got the threat there that he could throw a strike at any moment. Faking him out, got that soft gaze.
Laser focus shown by Malone as he rushes forward and gets Fegan up against the cage.
He crowds him, but he loses both underhooks in the process. No, we've got a 50-50 position, but Fegan does manage to get the better of the position.
For our viewers at home, we are in the lightweight division, amateur B-class rules. Peter Hickmont in charge of our fighters' safety and also ensuring that they get to work at all aspects of this fight.
You don't see this too often sometimes with the amateurs. A little feeling out process. It's good to see.
Yeah, well, both men taking a what you would call a professional approach.
Yeah.
Figuring out the timing, working out each other's patterns.
Good ring generalship from Fegan there as he lands a stiff jab. Tasar goes up high. Fegan's not having any of it.
Yeah, Fegan doing very well, controlling the center of the octagon, but Tasar ever so dangerous. As you said, Drake, he is in fantastic condition. Big shots landed by both men there. Tasar seems to get the better of him. He's backing Fegan up, but Fegan looking unfazed.
Tasar Malone is definitely looking to finish it with one shot here.
Indeed.
We'll see how long that lasts for when he goes into the second and the third rounds. This could be a grueling fight if he doesn't get his way.
Well, if we make it that far, it is always
that's exactly right.
Always the question.
Jostling for position here with 30 seconds left. This could determine the round. It's been a bit back and forth.
50-50 for both men so far up against the cage.
Kerry Dunn asking Tasar to turn it around. Try and get Fegan at least in the cage. He goes for a throw there, but no mass.
Seconds down, the instruction from Kerry Dunn coming from the corner. Jacob Anderson, your analysis of the first round.
Yeah, really interesting round. They spent some time up against the cage. There was a few shots exchanged from both guys, and they had their turn in the middle as well. Very hard one to judge. I can't call it.
Have to agree with you. You'd think that the edge for aggression would go to the man they call Mad to the Bone, but nonetheless, we are not judging the contest, thank goodness. We're just getting started here at Eternal 45. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to be with you. Round 2 underway here. Huge thanks to our sponsors at Eurotech Auto Services, as well as our other premium sponsors. assisted us in helping this to happen tonight. Without them, we would not be here. Round number 2. Jake Anderson, you think Tasar Malone just edging Aidan Fegan. As he lands a Superman punch, he's got Aidan in trouble, maybe.
Yeah, we're starting to see more of this in the second round. What we see from Tasar, he's so keen to land a shot, he often gets out of position. Fegan's almost the complete opposite, around the other way. He's so staunch in his position and he's so upright that he could be eating shots where he not necessarily has to. So it's becoming a bit of an interesting clash between these two blokes. Ooh, that is a red leg that we can see from Fegan as well. If the camera can get a shot of that, that is unreal. Oh, and he gets the back. He's nice and low on the hips there. That's very, very good controlling. Well, Fegan just holding on.
You mentioned earlier that the difference in this fight may be the grappling. We've seen a lot of that in the first few segments of this round. A blue belt in Aidan Fegan. Tasar Malone, no amateur to mixed martial arts, but a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And you can see the superior grappling here by Fegan so far, Jake.
Yeah, really, really good fight IQ, and he's just wearing on him. Even if you can't get him down, Tasar is still holding on to all of Fegan's weight. It's really, really good to see. Tasar doing the right thing, trying to square up and come around.
And this is where Fegan wants to keep the fight nice and close, as you mentioned earlier. Too many leg kicks. That's what you're going to end up with, a nice welted red leg, and he goes down again.
Most definitely. And this is all just great from Fegan. This is just more taking more and more gas out of the tank.
Here we go again. They're right in front of us now. Aidan Fegan, he's got that gable grip, and down he goes again. That's got to be the 5th one for the second round.
We're definitely starting to see a bit of a differential. Right as we say that, Malone just hits a hip bump sweep straight into mount. Fegan should be panicking. He should be trying to get out of this position here. He needs to frame on the hips and get out. Even a half guard would be better than this.
And this is where you see that extra added weight from Tasar. I tell you what, this is not where you want to be if you're Aidan Fegan.
Absolutely. He's trying to hold that arm to keep the posture down of Malone, but at this point, the damage has been done. He needs to get out, offering his back to try and get up.
Advice from Peter Hickmott. He's got to pick his shots, my goodness.
He certainly does. That could be under the neck here.
He's going... It is under the neck, but it's not in just yet, Jake.
Tasar Malone's just a little bit too high. He needs to slide down just that little bit more, and I think Fegan's realising it.
Seconds down.
Oh, back in the guard is Fegan to end the round. Ooh.
A back and forth round in round number 2.
Absolutely. The fact that he could get back into guard, it might not have given him the round back, but it could give him a little psychological edge coming into round 3. Hey, you had some good positions in there, but I'm still in this fight.
Another tough round to score, Jake. I'll tell you what, these men have gone back and forth from the get-go. Round 3, you'd have to think, would be the decider.
I think we're looking at one apiece, mate.
Round 3, they touch a mud, Jake.
Yeah, we finally see the glove touch. Earned a little bit of respect from each other. We'll touch gloves and we'll get straight into it. Fegan immediately looking to take the initiative and get back into the grappling exchanges. Oh, that short right hand just dropped Fegan. He dropped down to a knee. Tasar can smell blood.
Here comes Tasar Malone.
It could only be one more shot from Tasar. We just saw some power from in close.
He's starting to turn away as Aidan Fegan. He can't do that. He's got to square up and defend as he did so well in the first round.
He could still be rocked. He just dropped down for a sacrifice throw, it looked like there, and it did not work. Well, Fegan on the front foot. He's got a little bit of blood in his nose, but his vision looks clear.
Tasar Malone has got some serious lead in those hands, and we've seen that. Blood seeping from the nose of Aidan Fegan. He's got to keep his chin down, Jake.
Fegan definitely looks zapped. It could be an adrenaline dump after he just got rocked. Tasar, though, still in there, but he needs to press. He needs to put his foot on the accelerator, and he does! He lands a hook! Whenever he pushes forward, he's crowding himself and giving Fegan a chance to clinch. He needs to just sit in the pocket. And Fegan now pushes forward.
Aidan Fegan needs to keep the chin down. Tasar Malone And there it is.
We could be seeing some ground and pound here from Tasar just to try and finish it up.
And you can see the wear and tear those big shots have taken. Fegan in a bad position now.
Yeah, he's in a modified ride position. This could be a TKO.
Watching very closely, Fegan's got to move.
This is not defense. If this stops, it's because he is not intelligent defending himself. And there it is.
Mad to the bone gets the job done here tonight in his MMA debut. Impressive as ever.
Yeah, fantastic win. He rocked him earlier on in the clinch. He didn't really let up. He got some of his composure back, stayed with his foot on the accelerator until he got the TKO win.
My goodness, and Jake, we talked about it, the sheer size and power of Tasar Malone. Imagine how that man is feeling. And we see the big right hand there that just shook Aidan Fegan. One thing I didn't like about Fegan's game plan, he was marching forward with his chin up. Boxing 101 would tell you chin down, hands up. Nonetheless, we have a decision. Dave Ella.
This fight all thanks to our sponsors, Eurotech Auto Services. No need to go to the judges' scorecards as our referee, Peter Hickmott, has stopped this fight in the third round at a time of 1 minute and 42 seconds gone. Your winner by TKO, Tasar Malone.
Tasar Malone with a third round finish in his MMA debut. Jake Anderson, our night is just beginning.
Yeah, mate. We've had two fantastic fights, two finishes already. If this is what the night is going to be like, strap yourself in.